halos to eternity. That's what happens. So the problem with suggestions is you're stopping the flow for yourself, and you're trying to interpret and comprehend or express something that can't be processed. Eternity can't be processed. Knowing can't be processed. Understanding even technically can't be processed. Most of everything is an experience. Discernment comes with it, with uniquism expressed. Okay, so with before and after, it was partially today and yesterday. Today is, I'm going to document this, 14th, okay? January 14th and 15th. Today's a big date. Yesterday was too. A lot of decimation and incapacitation occurred. And again, I don't care who's LOLing or whatever on this. I really don't. Believe me, what I know, you're gonna look back and go, why didn't you just keep my mouth shut? Believe me, that's not gonna sound actually as bad as it sounds once you all know. I mean, every piece of information I have is as it was or has evolved from or to, considering where I've come from. Look, I've clarified that I've come from an existence. My predictions corresponding entirely to that. As for 2010 being the date, 2010 is a year of love, a year to be loved. 2011, January 11th, the first synchronized date, episode 11, which is Actuality 11.0. I have Actualityism as the 8th movie of the first season. Okay, massive predictions. Okay, even the snow in Georgia. Even the snow in Georgia. I was not. I mean, it's not like that's a big deal or anything, you know. I mean, it's kind of obvious we would have snow in Georgia at some point. But gosh, see again, I need the actuality to, you know, say, hey, let me explain this to the mugs, you know. Oof, too much to explain, but okay. Before and after. You will realize on the 14th and 15th of this month, January of 2011, my efforts peaked. And believe me, whatever's in excess of has been turned to dust, and then that dust was then impaled by napalm. That dust, that which was impaled with napalm, this is like to what's unnecessary, basically, which is there's a lot. That dust, that which was further destroyed by napalm, was then nuked. There is no rebirth factors with anything that's unnecessary, but third-person perspectives is the most difficult one. Doubts is part of third-person perspective because it's a consideration of what another would think. You know what I mean? I mean, a lot of persons kind of in their own way seek approval of another, so they have an agreement factor. They kind of have a, hey, this person, you know, knows their stuff pretty good. You know, it's feedback, right? Yeah, I am so happy to see third-person perspective being bludgeoned. I was happy to see it die. It's honestly, once you see what it's about, it does. It just needs to die. It needs to stop. And I mean, it has. Now, as for why you can't feel what's really going on, okay? Because if you felt, okay, as I said, feeling is the extension of the actuality. Okay, if you feel love, are you gonna question that feeling of love? Why? Because feels actual. It feels factual. It feels undoubtedly undoubtable. The thought doesn't even cross your mind, does it? No. Okay. Well, feeling as the actuality. If you feel the Lord's praise in your heart, you don't question it. No. That's another story, though. But, like I said, feeling as the actuality. The way you feel for your family. Are you going to question your way that you feel for your family? No. Okay. Well, you put in that terminology, and let's just say that what I say is fact, right? Well, I mean, you put yourself. Let's just say you're me. Okay, just for a couple minutes, whatever. Okay, okay. My actuality is from another universe. It's from another existence, not a universe. There's a difference between the universe and existence. However, all but 4 to 5 of the existences, which are the top tier, don't have universes in them. Universe, as with existence, is it's almost like an embracing. There's a unique coexisting factor. There's a genuine factor. That's the main thing about it. But when you get to the hybrid existence, ultimate existence, neo existence, and phoenix existence, and the wishless existence, I'm telling y'all might want to learn how to swim. That's okay. That's okay. We got the means to help y'all out. But wow, y'all are gonna have a hard. It's gonna take y'all a while to really get used to this. But then again, you're not gonna be overwhelmed because your core self is well aware of what's going on. That's why you're still kind of sort of able to still kind of think suggestively as you do. But I can tell with anyone who's putting a suggestive thought in their mind and thinking it, it's always the same expression on their face. I hope someone don't think they notice. I mean, everyone shares it. Anyone who thinks suggestively, they always have the look on their face. Same thing. Well, I was going to mention the same thing with dogs, but dogs, those are persons that f themselves over so many times. That's what they became. I mean, I'm gonna let the actuality explain that one too. The truths get real brutal. These the whole idea of dogs are so cute and etc. etc. There's a reason why dogs have that guilt look on their face a lot of the time. See, to finally become a dog means you did something wrong. See, I mean, wouldn't it make sense that the next life that the government would partake in is a dog? That's the beauty of debunking. If anyone was going to say a lizard, come on now. They already are. You know what I mean? They're supposed to be like the irony or karmatic version, right? Okay. I'm thinking Cocker Spaniels, Poodles and Cocker Spaniels. I mean, Okay, so, still a fair amount to share. These are the last videos. I've decided to share one more time because I wanted to see how well I could do in general. I mean, if you only knew what I knew. But see, that's how this is going to work. I'm just laying this out. I know. I'm not asking you to believe me. I'm just to whom can just just listen. Because I mean, I can't even say just prepare yourself because you don't have like the facts in front of your face. You know what I mean? You don't have clarification coming to you and telling you what's up, and you're on that legitimate paradigm, that paradise of completion, to where you can legitimately accept this and then evolve. You know what I mean? So I'm not going to ask you of that, but I do want to share this. Just so it was shared before Distia. I do actually. No, never mind. I was going to correct something, but I remembered I'd already had it right. But okay. What I know, and also what I've experienced, will be fairly accessible to you. Now, the difference is, and it will always be this statement: are you sure you want to go deeper? Because there are I mean I have had a shit ton of experiences, and I mean a shit ton. I mean, I'm not kidding. War, bullets flying by your head. I have had equivalences. Do you want an example? You don't want to hear the details, trust me. You don't want to hear the details. Even I don't want to discuss the details, considering that, well, put it this way. I can't express too much at one time simply for the fact that I can only do so much like this for so long. I mean, I have tonsillitis, that's one thing. But the other thing is my health is so bad that just talking, the vibrations of my voice are sent to my heart and chest cavity and lungs, and it hurts. And it gets to the point where it hurts like shit. But this information, the questions you have, the access you want will be accessible. But again, the same thing will always be stated. Are you sure you want to go deeper? But then again, when you do know what's up, when you have heard the story, all caps, when you know what's up, you know the actuality, not many are really going to want to fish around, though accessible, in the experiences I had here. The dream I had last night alone was so flippin' disturbing. I mean, when you're dead, hold on, I need to stop and then I'll restart. Alright, I'm back. I need to take a moment to get a little something to eat. Okay, was mentioning that, I'm dead, and okay, well, I'll explain that in a second. I'll verify that, rather. When you're dead and you have dreams at times, especially when you're hungry and you're having dreams, they aren't cool, that's for sure. It was a very disturbing dream. Didn't even realize how disturbing it was until I woke up and then thought about it, and I was like, wow, could that have gotten worse? Or, I don't even know. But when I'm hungry and I'm dreaming, the dream is always going to be terrible. I've only had one dream when I was hungry that actually worked out okay, but started getting kind of bad towards the end. Luckily, I woke up at that time. Needed to pause again. Okay, now to describe how I'm dead. Well, I'm dead. Obviously details. Okay, dead people taste in my mouth. Describe that. It first started occurring when I was experiencing moribund. Moribund is French for the state of dying. This term entered my mind randomly. I am not suggestive. I am not that's changed a little bit, but I'm not interested in trying to control stuff, I want stuff to be natural. So this term entered my mind during the production of Actualityism. It's documented, and a very emotional part of the movie, of course. Then Mori came to mind, death. Again, really don't care who believes me, but again, verification, clarification, all that needed. And this bit that I'm describing is simply not enough. To me, it's not even enough. I would need verification, clarification, but darn it, I need to pause again. Alright, with tonsillitis, I have to get the toxins out of my throat.